All right, so you know I'm mad, right? You know I just did like a whole 30 to 40 minute video. Real good, went real smooth. I'm like, yeah, I got everything out that I wanted to say. And I realized that after someone came in and I pushed pause that I didn't start recording again. So we're going to go ahead and go back into it. I hope that, excuse me, I can remember it and see it how I was seeing it. It just be like, man, really? I mean, that was just really flawless. Like, what happened? Like, for real, you know? And I told myself to be making sure, right? But good thing I kind of messed up. I think I broke my toes last night. I think I really did. Yeah, this wouldn't be the first time. And so I'm just sitting around today, actually. You know, my babysitting time is almost over. And, again, I'm kitty sitting and babysitting. So, again, that's probably too much information. Let's just watch the video, okay? Because I don't think we finished it in the first one. So what we're just looking at here is body language and what we're really talking about here. Because this video, like I told you, I think I'm going to add the first 4 minutes in because I don't feel like talking about the whole thing all over again. But this, watching this little clip kind of brought something else to attention. I went into looking at a little small documentary on the Watchers, judgment of the Watchers. And then once I was listening to it, I just said, hold on. I had to stop it right there. And I realized that was the energy we was sitting in last night. So, excuse me, when I did that video. So I'm like, hold on. So I went to go look up one of the verses or scriptures or portions of Enoch, and it brought me to this website that we're going to read from in a second. And so I'm just thinking, okay, this is talking about joining of nations. That's talking about dividing of nations. It's just like, yeah, it's a lot. Okay. So again, what I'm saying is looking at this on different layers, signs, symbols, wisdom, whatever. We're looking at this. Okay. Past, present, future, what's really being talked about. Because whether we like it or not, whether you're religious or not, because I'm not. I'm just someone that is in the word. Religion means something totally different to me. Right? So I'm all about people gaining information in a sense. Okay? And being knowledgeable of things. But that doesn't always come from only going to school to get an education, because actually that's something that the education is something in reverse, where it actually trains you or dumbs you down. Okay. So again, etymology is key. Unity is key. Knowledge is power when it's being applied. Okay. We're going to go ahead and look at this. Okay, so again, all the information all of us has been waking and rising, right? And realizing. So it's important to check back, even though I don't stick in the news like that, in media, it's important to look at all aspects of this. So, okay, let me make sure it's recording. Okay, we are. And we're just going to watch this.
Thank you guys.
Have you convinced the allies that America is back?
Right, let's go. Thank you.
Biden says accent.
I've had a chance to
definitely
spend some time with President Macron, get to know him, and we have some things we got to talk about a little bit later, but things are going, I think, well, and we're, as we say back in the States, we're on the same page. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. We had I want to thank you for our discussion yesterday. And
so again, we're just talking in layman's terms here on this channel, so we don't do too much. But remember, there was a whole thing about being a collective when Trump was in, because we forget stuff so fast, because everything just right? So remember that whole thing about being a collective, but Trump was trying to pull away, right? See, do your own thing, homegrown, make America or Am Erica great again. Not to say which one. You listen. I don't do it. So, okay. But I just remember that. And then now, it seems like, for a while, I guess there's been some sitting back when it comes to, who that's sitting here. And so, now this whole G7 or whatever this thing is that's going on again, I don't even know that much about it. I'm not looking that deep, but I'm looking at it from the spiritual aspect, and I'm looking at it from different aspects as well. Okay. So now we see this whole thing is going on. And now they're talking about a joining of something or a uniting. And I know this says America here is back, but the other ones say U.S. is back. And he actually says the U.S. is back. And U.S. is a corporation in a sense, right? So. And I'm wondering then, all of this time when all this stuff has been closed down, or because of what and all these other things, and people moving and shaking to try to get certain things done, certain groups, and you can't even do certain things because certain things is closed because of this. But fast food joints been open the whole time, but Social Security office was closed. Then it was open, then it was closed. See, so I'm just saying body language and things in this video. It almost seems like something. Okay.
Sessions we had, indeed. We have to deal with this pandemic.
So now everybody talking about what we need to deal with. Pay attention in the media. Everybody talking about what we need to deal with now. The one girl, I think she's Muslim, that sits in a seat somewhere. I can't remember what her name is. They're saying how she's going about saying these things, and if she was over in her country, they wouldn't be able to. That just shit. Matter of fact, even thinking about what it sounds like right now is like, really, But I guess she was talking about women's rights and things like this or whatever. They don't want her talking about that. They're saying if she was where she came from, it would be worse. Things like this on the media. And I don't know much about Antifa or whatever, but they're saying why haven't they been persecuted or whatnot. There's a lot of why haven't these people been, and like I said, I'm seeing this whole thing that comes with the movement of the divine feminine aspect. I'm so mad that video did that, because it just came out like butter. It really did. And so anyways, it just made me think about the divine feminine on the rise in the first place, and how, knowing the things that have happened to me and looking out amongst other sisters and seeing that these particular things could possibly have been happening with them. Because again, I'm someone who is somewhat an empath, but I just see things, right? So, excuse me. And I try not to look at them from my own personal and a non-biased perspective. I try to look at it where everybody's something included. And I try not to look at it in a judgmental fashion. It's kind of like an examine. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, I guess. Maybe some people would think. Okay. But anyways, for a solution. That's what. Okay. And so, I'm just thinking like, okay, so there's this whole thing, and then now we're seeing this being brought up, this woman of so-called color, they're talking about her as in this sense of, why is she able to talk like this and things like this, right? And so these people saying that the corporation is back, what that mean? Because we're going to talk about this stuff in Enoch, we're going to get there. So it's almost like even how I was just saying about the, let's finish watching this clip, then we can get into the whole talk.
Into COVID-19, we have to face a lot of challenges, a lot of crisis, climate change.
Okay. When we talk about the dim, woo, look, Lord, stop. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm even thinking just somebody on the ass came in on the ass. or the ass, and looking at the ass as the woman. Oh, in the biblical text. Oh my goodness. And then it made me think about Venus, like I said, and the whole thing with the clay figurines, that if you look at them front and back and examine them, it'll look like there's a woman with a large behind possibly mounted on, or someone mounted on what looks like to be the backside of a ass or a horse. I mean, I'm just saying, this is just somebody that has a visual way of looking at things. In the other picture, like I said, with her having the Bantu knots, where if you really look at it, the knots are coming down way down to where her mouth would be. So that must not be what we're looking at. We must be looking at some type of, it's almost like eyes maybe covering, like a coliseum almost, like as if this would be something where people would come to view, right? So again, a lot of people having this sense of being watched, your thoughts even being fondled with, right? These are altars in my eyes. Alterations, because what are we really? I'm just going to say, listen. Okay? So if the United States is back, then what was going on with America all this time? What should we have been doing all this time that we were not doing? Because we were fearing some imaginary something that got people to now be altered again. Listen, this wasn't even in the first video, so we're gonna just stop. Let's just keep going.
And for all these issues, what we need is
in climate change. Do etymology on climate. Think spiritually and symbolically. The type of climate change they're giving you, the perception that they're talking about, and the kind that's going on is totally different. Do etymology on the term, if you like. Because again, when you do it that way, it just expands. See.
Cooperation. And I think it's great to have the US president part of the club and very willing to cooperate.
A US president part of the club and ready to cooperate. Not an American, but a US. They say it's a corporation. Again, fair use. These are theoretical. These are alleged views and points. And the more we're being hushed, you see how it is. They got it now where they got the stuff all tightened up. So again, now is it time where they will be able to bring the hammer down on you, whether you are in the system, out the system, this or that, that or that. See? Because then we're going to go into Enoch talking about how certain creatures are going to die like men. It is that, what kind of death is it? What kind of death is it? But you could see one individual, for me, it's just how I'm reading it a little bit, is in a submissive kind of something where the other is authoritative. I mean, if you just look at the body, you can watch the whole thing. I haven't.
And I think that what you demonstrate is that leadership is partnership, and we do appreciate, and I think we can deliver great things for that.
Leadership is partnership. Huh. I was just thinking about something like when you the sole proprietor, when you get like a tax ID, that's kind of like a soul thing. It's like the soul, like one, or even I'm thinking soul son. Okay, let's stop. Sole proprietor is somebody that you didn't want no business partners. You want everything to fall on you as your business. This is it. You got to talk to somebody. Talk to me. I make the decisions. But if you're incorporated in any sense, then that is having something to do with other people being able to use other devices and things to pull and see. So, we're just looking at this. It's public information, fair use for educational, or maybe not even educational. We're just talking purposes. And this is just basic. This ain't to point fingers. This is not. This is just saying, are we examining these things with a proper set of eyes? Now, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I didn't want to have to do that, but whatever. So again, like I said, I feel like this is a thing. So during this whole collapse, were we supposed to be unifying, right? But again, I think that the most powerful entities or energies on this plane at this time are the ones that were isolated and had been subjugated secretly. Okay? In a sense, in a divisive way. Uh-oh. Whoop. See. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. And so, by who, we won't say. Okay. And see, this is why women be a problem. And this is why they had you thinking that it said something about women being quiet in the church. See. Because again, I feel like all this has to do with a matriarchal move in America. But patriarchal United States has a problem with that. And this is why there's been a division also amongst the divine feminine and divine masculine at this time. And we over here wonder why we can't get it together. But there are outside influences and possibly money and the fact that we're looking at this when it comes to so-called race. Not realizing that it be like that. That people be like saying they for you or looking like you and you be like, that's for me, and it's really not. And so, the whole thing that I could think of during going through the things that I went through by the time it got towards the end was, some of this is really distracting. It's really distracting me from a lot of things that have been going on and that I should have been having my eyes on when it comes to family and other things. And so that's what makes me worry. It's not even about. So now that you've identified that a portion of this has been a distraction, what was it that they were trying to distract you from? And I think certain thrones. And the whole thing about looking for the wife like American Gods or the twin flame effect, I think, had to do with that. And I think that towards this end, there was a big push. And a lot of women just shook it off and said, hey, hold on, what's going on? And I think that the energies didn't like that. And so things went in a different way. But I think that it was a divisive plan, a divisive thing. And like I said, when it comes to these messengers, how do we know? Excuse me, I was talking about this another time. And I think I was thinking about this, matter of fact, yesterday. How do we know that if the messengers are sending messages, that is exactly what you said? How we know that they haven't been using the information or the intel that they've taken to you, take sound bites out or add the certain things that make you look bad and take out the thing, because again, this energy is here. It's definitely here. The seers see it. It's almost a fad as much as you can look and see. This is why they want to keep you away from certain seers. Why they want to demonize them and call them witches and stuff. Because if you look at anything, anybody talking about all this retrograde stuff, they're all saying almost the same thing. This is why I'm saying common sense got to be there somewhere. It have to be there somewhere between the word, the truth, what's going on, the truth. It has to be there. So, this, I know you may not understand how I'm coming off, but let's just go ahead and look. Okay. I think that people made a big mistake. I think that those that think they had the upper hand, that was probably being fed or paid from one status or gifted something, as opposed to those that were at the bottom, fighting for spots and spaces, or thinking about, being left behind or being isolated and trying to tell your story and, trying to bring awareness or whatever it would be. It all had compartment. It's all about divide. Anytime. Do you understand what I'm saying? They thought they had the nation divided by race already with all these things, trying to get a race war. Now, you see, these other people are doing this whole thing in these communities that we like, hold on. So we had to put a wrench, and I told you guys this months ago when I saw it starting to erupt with the divine masculine fighting. Recently, I see it amongst the divine feminine. Okay? Between the divine feminine and masculine first. Wait a minute. After I seen it abruptly come in with the males, then I seen male against female, and now I'm seeing the female, and that is the falling. If we don't get it together, that is the falling of America, and the reason why the U.S. is back. See, these heifers can't take it. They can't come together. You see, this is what I'm seeing, y'all. This is what I'm seeing. And not knowing that other energies are involved in being involved. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you aware, some of you not. Some of you know how far it went, some people don't. So you have certain energies that were around. Whispering. And you could have choose to make you go some route, or realize what's going on and pull back. Or you could go and fight and cause all this, which I think that would be the real mark of the beast. See, the real mark of the beast might be this a kind of riotous, angry. See, that gets them. They get scared then. They get scared. I'm talking holding on to the bottom of seats and clutching pearls to see a sister getting herself like that. So, all I'm saying is, have we been played? And the ones that will speak peace. We talking past, present, and future. We got individuals and beings, past, present, and future. So those, they know who to go to and give the most hell. It's not because of this whole thing about, if you're giving more, whatever. Yes, okay, cool. That is possibly what it is. But at the end of the day, still, okay, they knew too who was going to be the ones that would be able to move mountains with their mouth or with your mind. So they had to fill it up with something else that was divine for a short amount of time. Okay, did that rhyme? Oh, stop. I'm just playing. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm done. I ain't gonna do. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay, stop. Okay, so anyways, again, I'm laughing and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, my heart be beating a little bit when I do these videos because I'm thinking, like, are you going too far today? And like, but at this point, hey, it is what it is. And if we say we really ain't got no fear, might be time to realize that we might have to go into that mode quick at some point in time. See? And you may not be able to. Everything might be peaches and cream tomorrow. So again, never let me think that I am trying to lead you down this road of telling you that we should be doing anything that has something to do with going against God or the government. So, okay, let's keep going. Or the God. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So again, so let's just not. So, all right, so that's enough of that. Where do we even go? See, I think I just even feel like I blanked out. So it says these posts are all excerpts from my newest booklet, Psalms 82, The Divine Counsel of the God. So again, just like I said yesterday, it felt like there was a council going on. As far as like we were being monitored again, some of it, may have been was supposed to be used for a certain purpose. But I think that others took, excuse me, that information and shared it on other platforms, allegedly, to turn people away from you, to exploit you, to expose you. They think you just act like you just like this. So we got to do something to show people the way this person is. But you never know. If you've been misled into thinking that because you don't know that person and you don't know how they put that information together, you don't know how chopped up it is, you don't know anything. See? But people get caught up in gossip and all that junk. And so then they want to, you ain't got nothing else to do if you in that mindset. So again, and those will be the people that are rip their own leaders apart at the end of the day. Or laugh at them or whatever. And see, then it's that behavior that is why we in the situation that we in. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It got something to do with people being envious, jealous, hateful, spiteful, nasty. Now, everybody got their way of being some kind of way. You might have an attitude. You might be upset one day. You might got your way, your personal way, the way you do things. That's fine. But that's what I'm saying. If you wouldn't want nobody to do something like that to you, then why would you do it to other people? And why would you participate? I couldn't. And it's almost like everybody been me looking on the outside looking in, or on my island looking over there at the reef. Go ahead and do something on that too. Etymology on reef. What's the other? Hey, it's a movie, the kids movie that's coming out. And I keep hearing it playing in the background. Say something about the surface. Say something about the surface. Going up to the surface. It's always something. I told y'all. That's that no man's land, or that land, that point of view or thought that manifests things and makes things happen. See, and this is the place they don't want you to go. It's not even talking about a physical thing. I hope y'all just keeping up with what I'm saying. So this divine council of the gods with a capital G, the judgment of the watchers, and the inheritance. So this is different groups here. And the inheritance of the nations. It's almost like people being, again, split up like chattel. And at the end of the day, like I told you, I ain't gonna say it don't have nothing to do with who got their stuff in line. Because it probably do. It's probably people that got their stuff in line gonna be the people that get to take over on the people that don't have their stuff in line. I will hope it goes by something else like righteousness, like the Bible says and stuff like that. But again, right? Okay? Depends on which force or which God is going to be running things this time. Is it the all, or is it going to be God running forces again? Or was it supposed to be divine feminine? And that's why the most of the drama was placed in her life during this time. And again, we're just looking into this here. Okay? So again, this could be good. This could be good, right? This could be good. Okay? Because there's some of us that are going to be called. You're not going to go and have to do that. You're going to be, I feel as though, right? And again, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. But I think there's going to be some that are going to be called. There's going to be some that may have had some works done. Again, we were told to wait for the Lord, but maybe the Lord told them to do what they were supposed to be doing. That's why I like to let people doing what they do, support them if it's there to help everybody or the community or whatever it would be, and keep it moving. And worry about what I'm doing. I feel like I was called to do just this. And this whole time, the energy kept coming. Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. You should be making money. You have to do this paperwork, do this, do this. Well, source already know who I am. I don't know about nobody else. And I think that he know who we all are. His, anyway. So, like, that's keeping me from my word. That's keeping me from my words. So, that way I use this, open my mouth. I don't have to come to your house or anything. Not to say that I wouldn't want to if we got along. You see what I'm saying? But it's just, this. People, it all starts with the mindset. Manipulation. It all starts with that. So if I can catch someone and then it light a fire in them and then they take theirs, they're going to take it probably further than what I'm taking it. You see what I'm saying? And this is just a beautiful thing. It's not my information. See? If I do this and I know how to get this categorized, well, hey, let me go ahead and print this list out. Then so I'm not overwhelmed for everybody to have to come to me. Let me go ahead and print out this thing, put it in a book, and give it to the people so that they'll know exactly how to do it. See? Right? But they'll say certain people don't know how to run a nation, but certain people got lots of different tasks that they know how to do. Because we never know what people know how to do. We just judge people without even knowing, and we just go off of things what people say and what you think you know and everything, and that's just it. That's why I just don't understand. Envy, jealousy, strife, people just doing stuff, taking stuff from people and don't, really, you ain't even got to give me no recognition. Just spread it, right? Ain't my damn information. But it, it kind of hurts that people don't want to show no love, right? That's all. Or if you think it's been done, like I said, in a mass deceptive way, or powerful people doing it to people that are small and actually do have the right mindset and the right tools if they had been given the opportunity or a chance. And then you have done this thing knowing good and dang on well why this person and why you did it. Whole time you trying to find something. So much you got to make something. So it says divine counsel of the gods. But anyways, a lot of that just make you stronger. At the end of the day. Made me. People don't understand. This stuff is deep. This stuff is dealing with high stuff. This stuff is dealing with some deep stuff, man. And I feel that I held my ground and I'm still holding it. Open up my mouth saying this what I'm saying right now. I don't know if y'all heard it when I was just talking. The thunder just came right on down. Boom. When I said, I don't know, I be feeling kind of boom. See? If you're so busy doing this, and that, you're not slowing down listening. And I'm not saying I'm just saying, if we not slow, okay, that's what I'm saying. If we busy doing all these other things and being distracted and all these other things, then are we really slowing down and listening? Are you really? Or it's because you like this one thing you specialize in, you just stuck on that. See? But there's some of us that have, some of us have, like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or the other one. When we talk about that strength of the mustard seed or a certain amount of power in the mind or the mental to move mountains, those are the ones that's going to get it more. Those are the ones that's going to be isolated. So if you look around and you see somebody that's trying to say something to you that, right, you've noticed them and you knew them somewhat and you see a big change, the first thing they want you to do is start calling people crazy. Okay. But are you listening? Did you stop and just listen to the whole thing? Are you seeing this? I'm telling you, this didn't happen for no reason. And either somebody won, the righteous won, this one, or the unrighteous. And is there, because this has been written already, but they know that certain things was going to slightly change or be off, or it's given, some portions of the text make it seem like it's giving a chance for someone to do this, but they didn't do it. So then this happened. So then now that we're noticing this, if we put our energy towards this, will it undo what has been done if it's something that will not benefit us and will take us down the same road? That's why we never stop learning and seeing and understanding. It's never too much. So the divine counsel of the gods, the judgment of the watchers, and the inheritance of the nations. In my part 2 post, I examined Psalms 82 to discover it talks about God having a heavenly host. So again, this is going to be a host that's going to be in the heaven. Now, this could be talking about host. Again, just like you bring people into your house, what kind of energy are we letting in and around us? See, in your chakras, in your corona or crown. A lot of females, especially talking, a lot of us have heard about it or been in a conversation about it. See, a lot of tarot, things like that coming back in. Again, I'm not judging it at all. Okay? I don't like when something tell me don't do something. I want to go ahead. I check it out thoroughly before, even if it's the scriptures. I can't help it. It's common sense. Call it what you want. To examine what why would somebody tell somebody that? What is it really? You know? Well, don't tell me because evil coming, because evil come even when you read the Bible. Every day you go to church, 90 days a week. You go to church like every day, 3-5 days a week, you read the Bible. Evil still gonna come. So what else? Tell me something else as to why. See, I think it's the fear of the divine. Anyway, this is a long talk today. We're just gonna go ahead and go with it. I'm trying to make sure I'm adding new stuff, but I'm trying to make sure I get most of the stuff that I talked about in the last video in. Of divine beings, okay, around his throne that counsel, these beings around his throne could be the feminine, divine feminine. It could, or a being in general, okay, androgynous or otherwise, whatever. It's a being, person, a host, a vassal, I feel, okay. That counsel with him and carry out his judgments or decisions. Or her, or androgynous being, just saying. They are called holy ones, heavenly hosts, the divine council, the sons, which also means descendants of God. So these descendants can be male or female. I'm lords or lordesses. Then I showed how God had separated the 70 Gentile nations at Babel. So again, I know we're saying Babel, but I bet you, if we look a little bit deeper into whatever's going on with these functions around here, that we will find it has something to do with this Babylon. And again, it's making me think of young angelic beings or youthful heavenly beings, placing them under authority of fallen sons of God, not fallen angels, but sons of God, descendants of God. So this may be talking about, again, right? Those that didn't get to make it up into heaven. But where is that heaven at? Where is that heaven at? Heaven is like an elevated place. So, authority of fallen sons of God, descendants. So again, some of us are direct descendants. Now also called watchers in Dan 4:13 and 17, who were supposed to rule with justice, but instead ruled unjustly and in darkness. This resulted in their punishment. So when I'm looking at this, even, how it's saying that they're supposed to rule with justice. Okay. So again, who are we talking about? Who's been in charge right now? Have it been the angels and they were going about, and again, like on American Gods, looking for their wives, or right? Or, like in Enoch, taking the women, right? And then now whatever was produced from that, because we can't go there. I know I can't go there. So, remember these stories? Okay, remember them stories like in mythology? How somebody had, like, I think I was looking at a thing about Hermes and how he was born in one day. You get my drift? They said some beings was going to be coming here, right? People can take it how you want to take it, whatever. I ain't saying I believe it or I don't, but if they were to, right, would they already have been here this whole time? It's just now that a certain percentage of the group is got the prick. And so now, see what I'm saying? Angels are soldiers. Allegorically, symbolically, in a way. So what I'm saying about that is that somebody was ruling in an unjust manner. Some people didn't even know they was ruling. Do you see what I'm saying? Some people didn't get the memo. Some people didn't get the memo. You did? Them people is probably, I'll tell you right now, the most direct, most powerful, most closest was supposed to be, right? The ones. They had to send you a very deep distraction. You, me, we, us, some of us. Like I said in that video, when it's talking about land, wealth, heritage, heraldry, it's your job, yes, but nobody tells you about how the war tactics are when it comes to this spiritual warfare, and on what many levels, indirect levels, it is coming in at you. So you have no time to. So what, you know what? Let's hope for salvation, because some of us have kept our mouths in those words, at least. And if he know your heart, and if he see you, then he know at least that's what you was doing. You see? So now will justice be served to those? See? See? And so in the fact of being ruling unjustly and in darkness, like I said, I think I said it in the other video, sometimes it feels as though you in a room or in a galaxy or outer space floating around, and you got a blindfold on in a straitjacket, but with the arms might be a little bit, exposed, right? And you just have all this stuff in all different ways coming towards you, and you're trying to figure and feel around, you're groping, right? And again, that's how I said, have some of us been binded or blinded, in a sense, by certain individuals using warlocks, you see, sorcery and all these other things on this plane here, in order to keep you stagnant. keep you blind to block that connection, and then make you think it's something that you doing wrong, and you got to do all this shadow work and all this other work on yourself, when you looking at everything else going on like, oh my goodness, but these people is able to do what they doing. Wow. See, and then they say, oh, this person is a narcissist, and this person is I mean, I know y'all see it. It's trending. It's trending, baby. It's trending. It's just some of us can see. Oh, you should go and it's okay to ask for help, all that. No, some of us know exactly who we are and what we here for. And that's why you think that we crazy, and you think you're going to talk to us like you think you're going to talk to us. And it ain't going to be happening. See, that get me upset. Another form of mass deception. And even to go further than that, to expose people. I don't give a damn who it is. Then they say, oh, that's God, just what? No. Something else on another scale, on another level was going on. People talk. You may not be invited to the party, but I hear when people talk, because I listen to you in a different way. And I know what I know, what I seen, what I heard. And I have many ways of seeing, many downloads, and many things that come in through my feed on all different levels that I see and I sense. I told you before, we talking time travel, we talking all this stuff. There's somebody that already know what you was going to do, and they already have a plan for you to either help you or harm you. So again, this punishment. So like I said, when we talking about, and you hear on the media, what's trending is a whole bunch of why isn't these people being, why is this person able to do, why? Because look out. You see what I'm saying? Have we again gone against what source has said in majority rules, right? And now we have these earthly wannabe gods that's going to be doing their thing because we didn't listen again. Now, and you don't have to. I'm not even saying you have to say God or Father or Holy or anything like that. But you know what you could connect to, that higher something. That's something that most of us got some kind of way of belief, great spirit, whatever you want to call, whatever it is to you. And we think cursing and all these other things and talking like this or doing all this stuff is some kind of sins or something, or some kind of, they done got you all messed up. That make you think, well, dang, I can't live my life like that, so pristine, so I'm already damned, so I might as well go around here and do whatever I want to do to people and say what I want to say to people and be okay with, certain things taken away from people and people becoming callous and cold and robotic and, it's just ridiculous to me, I think. We're going to stop right there. This talk been too long. It been too long. We ain't even get into the scriptures. We didn't even get into the scriptures. I'm going to come right back. I need to get something to drink. And this ain't even nothing. And then, I do videos like this. Then it's energy. Oh, you're not here to correct people or do it. No, I'm not. I'm just here to see, is we seeing things the way we supposed to be seeing them. I don't judge nobody. Matter of fact, I'm the one people come to with their secrets and to talk to. I'm one of them ones. So that's not me. The people that know me. And when they know me, we friends forever. That's the kind of person I am. I ain't talked to you in a year. We talking again. When I do talk to you, we're going to talk for 4 hours like we ain't stopped talking. And I ain't going to have to even question. I don't want to even care where you been and why you ain't called, because I know what it is. Life is what it is. See? But everybody ain't like that. Everybody ain't like that. And so again, anyways, let's stop it here. I want to say gratitude and grand rising, and thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and to join the Facebook group where we share more information, past, present, and future. And I'll see you guys in a minute.